Hi everyone and welcome. I'm excited to share highlights from my incredible journey with Viking. The Viking Polaris only has 378 guests, therefore a perfect size for navigating the Great Lakes and travelling through the Welland Canal between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Viking are all inclusive, meaning one shore excursion is included, meals and drinks, which is beer and wine with lunch and dinner. You can also purchase the Silver Spirits drinks package to enjoy unlimited beverages at all on-board venues. All cabins have balconies. Our stateroom was a deluxe Nordic balcony on level 3. These are not true balconies but offer a full panoramic balcony with the window sliding down to enable you to lean out. Spacious with a seating area and all amenities, including a drying cupboard for any clothes that succumb to the elements during your outdoor adventures. Our first night was in Milwaukee. Dinner that evening was in the main dining venue, the World Cafe. The World Cafe is a buffet-style restaurant serving an array of food from around the world, hence the name. Curries, pasta, sushi, steaks, lobster, you name it. Our first shore excursion was a visit to the Harley factory in Milwaukee. And yes, Milwaukee is the home of Harley Davidson. Milwaukee is also a town known for beer. Many iconic beer brands were founded in Milwaukee. Pabst and Miller are a couple you may have heard of. The Pabst Mansion was also on our tour. It was built in 1892 and has been restored to the original condition, offering an insight into Milwaukee's gilded age. We set sail late afternoon. Here we are at the bow saying goodbye to Milwaukee. Dinner that evening was in the private dining room. The menu that night was from one of the two specialty dining venues, the restaurant. The other specialty dining venue is the Italian-themed Manfredi's. Day 3, we visited Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island sits in Lake Huron, between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. Mackinac Island State Park has trails, woods and limestone arch rock formations. They cover most of the island. Founded in 1780, Fort Mackinac is a walled cluster of military buildings on a coastal bluff and dominates the island. Motor vehicles were restricted on the island at the end of the 19th century, and this remains today. Visiting the island is like stepping onto a movie set from the 19th century. All transport is by horse and cart. The buildings have been beautifully restored and preserved to their original condition. The following day, our shore excursions were to visit two historic lighthouses. Old Presque Isle Lighthouse, built in 1840 and operated until 1871. It's the oldest serving lighthouse on the Great Lakes. Then we visited New Presque Isle Lighthouse. It's the tallest lighthouse on the Great Lakes that can be climbed by the public. Next, Detroit, Motor City, home of Ford and GMC. Ford has their corporate headquarters just outside of Detroit at Dearborn. This was our destination today to visit the Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation. This museum was fantastic, and it was not just Ford represented here, but all American brands covering automotive, aircraft and engineering. They hold several of the US presidential limousines, including the one JFK was assassinated in. Our next stop was Point Pelee, which was our first step onto Canadian soil. We tended off the coast and used the ship's Zodiac vessels to get to shore. This was our adventure day, and we did some hiking, mindful of any bears lurking, although we were assured there were none in this area. We then did a kayak excursion looking out for beaver dams. We did find a few dams, but unfortunately no sign of the beavers. On our penultimate day, we visited Niagara Falls. Port Colborne is the docking location for Niagara Falls. There were various tour options. We opted for the one that most people would take, which was the boat ride on the river up to the falls. You were given ponchos to wear. If you're embarking from the Canadian side, they are coloured red. The US side, they're blue. The final highlight of our journey was transiting the Welland Canal. The canal was a navigational canal connecting Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. It's a major route of the St. Lawrence Waterway and allows ships to bypass Niagara River and Niagara Falls. The canal features 8 locks. On our last day, we arrived into Toronto early morning and said goodbye to the stunning Viking Polaris and our group. We headed to Vancouver that morning, then home.